Kia ora whānau. Happy 2 for Tuesday. Getting a bit late in the day, probably about just after 4 o'clock here in Ruawhata. Very windy, but beautiful day. Can't complain. Cherry trees starting to get a bit of green on it. Ornamental cherry. Cows are over there getting some fresh grass. That cow's right up the top too. So 2 for Tuesday. Use my Camp King today. New ferro rod. The Wildo Fire Flash Pro Hard Ferro Rod. Another one to the collection. Yeah, never heard about that before, but yeah, I was just googling bushcraft forums and that sort of thing, and yeah, a subscriber mentioned, someone mentioned it in there, and I thought there was a New Zealand supplier, so I thought I'd jump on one and add it to the collection and see what they go like. This looks like a good striker. It's got a burr on left or right, so either way you can strike with it. Diameter wise, not very big. Yeah, I haven't got a clue diameter wise. That's supposed to be the large one. And thought I'd try some New Zealand brown Jasper. Although I'm not sure if this bit is actually petrified wood, but I have seen cases where petrified wood has gone to a Jasper-like consistency, and yeah, that was just the first striker I grabbed for Flint and steel, and I'm actually going to try some of this as some of my oldest charcloth, so see if it actually works. Bagged up, not sure if it's double bagged, and put in a container. And I just wanted to, yeah, just highlight our striking technique for Flint too. So let's crack into it and get a burn. Oh, Fatwood is just a bit of Ruawhata sticky icky. Yeah, I tried to make some little wee handles for some small keychain ferro rods the other day out of Tasmanian blackwood, and yeah, I just kept failing, splitting and that, and I ended up making some out of some Fatwood instead. So hence I've got all this monstrosity there. Always keep my tongs on the door now, just so I've got them when I need them. So again, I'll be using that nose tip technique. Ooh. I don't know if this is a hard rod. It's definitely on the softer side of hard rods. let me say that anyway. Great striker. Might just use the striker actually. But that, using the tip of that knife technique will actually tell you whether it's hard or soft. So that worked great. Like it. Mishmash of fatwood and blackwood. Very windy today, but the winds are coming this way, but we're protected by all those trees and that hill. Although it does seem to be swirling around a bit. A lot of black smoke coming off that. There's some nice little chunks of real resinous stuff in there. See the black smoke coming off there. Oof. Well, I'm gonna kill that early. Might repurpose some of that. Otherwise, it's just going to be far too long, Fano. Oh. Damn stuff didn't want to go out. Look at that. My goodness. Oh. Pause you. Finally got it out. Some of that stuff was just, yeah, the reason. So, just got grass from across the road. I haven't processed it. I've just done it in a loop. And then I've just got Ponga leaf, lichen and moss. Because I like to have that finer stuff closest to your coal ignition source. But something I wanted to highlight, friends, was striking technique. If you look at that, that's quite a beat up edge. But so if we're going that way, the idea is to angle that stone, because this is your knife and you're cutting steel off this. So sometimes we can get in a habit of coming down like that, and what that will do, especially if see the way that stone is. Now I won't knap it. It's harder to knap it that way, But if I go that way, I can still get a bit of an edge. But if I come down like that, I'm just going to slice some of that flint off. Hence, if I do it, I haven't done it, but yeah, if we come down like that, we can have a tendency to nap our stone rather than slice, because you look for a sharpest edge, but that's your knife blade, so you want and we've got to think about this. If it's a straight edge as opposed to a curve edge, a curve edge you can get away with a bit more of a hook, but if it's a flat edge, you've got to get it on that angle and hold your striker lighter. So we're just dropping it down. And then that way we're just and that's crucial for getting our spark to jump back onto our tinder too. But we all, yeah, sometimes it can be difficult. You can get distracted, lose concentration, and next minute you find yourself on the wrong angle, hitting down, and you're napping your stone rather than slicing it. So I hope that makes sense and helps people. Let's see if I put a date on it. No. But it will be denim jeans. That's nice. Nice frizzies on it. Split from our edge. One and done, but that's gone. Oh no, it's going. So that charcloth's got to be at least 4 years old, I would say. So if your charcloth is good, it's not overcooked, and you double bag it, it should last for a very long time. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Happy 2 for Tuesday, whānau. Yeah, grass is a pretty good resource, isn't it? Snap, crackle, pop. Sorry it's a long one, but yeah, I just wanted to highlight a bit of technique tip there for flint and steel. Put that down. Reignite the resinous fatwood that took me ages to get out. Probably be back on fire. My luck. And there we go. Right, quite impressed with the striker on the Wildo. Get it the right way around. An old Charcloth. So, man, I've forgotten the name of that knife brand, but USA made, 1095 steel, Jacket Renegade, Redneck Renegade. He had his collection, and I jumped on one, and what a beautiful knife it is. Made on classic style. When my brain kicks back in, and the dementia subsides, and I remember what it is, I'll put it in the info section. Yeah, our custom striker from Great Britain, New Zealand brown Jasper, although see the crust on that, I'm almost tempted to say that could be bark on yeah. Oop, chooks. But that is definitely New Zealand brown Jasper. And the Wildo, hard fire steel. I don't know if it's hard, but it's not on the harder side of the hard rods, because I did that knife tip test and old Charcloth, one strike ignite. That was good. Petrified wood, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, so give us your thoughts, friends. Skip through what you find boring and take away from what you think might help you. And yeah, just remember our striking technique. We don't want to nap our stone. We want our stone to slice the face of our striker. So yeah, just remember, you know, when we're angling our stone, you know, trying to find that edge, use that knife, use the stone as your knife. So that determines, yeah, how to jump that spark that you're slicing off your striker onto your ignition source. So from Jason here in Ruawhata, New Zealand, happy 2 for Tuesday. Apologise again for a long one. Have a great week. and we look forward to Fatwood Friday. And he didn't realise he was on camera. Cheeky blackbird. And Flint and Steel Saturday. Ka kite anō.